Hello? We at it again, boys. It's time. This ship. Okay. Just get back to the thing. I've already been working on this for a while. I've completed this many. 2, 3, 4 out of 17 total. So I'll be at this for a while. If anyone so deigns to keep me company during this grind, I would appreciate it. The fun of freelance work. You never know what kind of tasks you're gonna get. Sometimes super fun tech art tasks, sometimes just a goddamn grind. Whatever it is, I'm just happy to be making money, because Lord knows I need it. Okay, get this about straight. That looks good. Okay. Then, next step is save. Oh, wait, no, rename. Original. Shipwreck 1869. Matte. Texture. Shipwreck 1869. Texture. Go there. Take this. Now save. Oh, that one's interesting. Got a big old chunk taken out of it. Well, I'm sure it's fine. Okay, first things first. Oh, wait, no. Make a copy. Shipwreck 1869. Save. Generate. Decimate. Decimate to 0.15. And then wait for this to stop being frozen. This is going to happen a lot. This takes a couple minutes to go through. Then I have to apply the modifier, which takes another couple of minutes. Very fun times. Very, very fun times. I've just been scrolling Twitter on my phone while waiting for this, rather than doing anything on my computer and risk slowing it down even more. Then again, now I'm streaming, so, you know, I'm sure that's going to be having a fun impact on timing. It's honestly not that bad. It was never like capping out my memory or anything. It's just been hitting like 80%. So yeah, so I think we're fine. It's mostly also, I think, I know it's not running on GPU. Yeah, no. So yeah, it's just eats a bunch of memory, but then it gets where it's going, and then things go okay. Oh, wait, before I do that, save. You never know what step it's going to crash on. Apply. Always save before making a big change. Or after making a big change, I should say. Oh, that's done. No, never mind, it's not done. I just never clicked on this, so it goes white. There we go. Okay, good, good. That's this. Now save. Copy. No, wait, don't copy yet. Now I need to chop out the ground, which I do using face transparent, select lasso. Okay. Wish I didn't have to do this in transparent view. It's much harder to see what's where. See, like this, I can much easily tell where this is, but if I do it like this, then there are some, I don't know if there'll be any here, but there'll be cases where there's like, yeah, see, there you go, that face didn't get selected, that. So I have to do it in see-through view, but man, very annoying having to effectively, oh, that's my stream soon alarm, don't need that. Yeah, very annoying that I have to do it in this, harder to see what's going on. Maybe it's not that hard, but just something about my brain does not like looking at this in transparent view. Okay, good. Give me that little corner there. Not important, but sometimes my brain tells me don't miss this part, even though it really doesn't matter. Client wants these done in very little amount of time, so I'm just kind of rough job hacking it wherever I can. Save as much time as possible, while still getting a sufficiently usable result, is kind of where I'm at. So if it feels like I'm rushing through this, it's not because I'm phoning it in, it is because that is as per the client's wishes. I got 17 of these things, and he wants it in like a day's worth of hours. So we do what we must to get it done. Hey, ya ta 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 ta. Chop 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 chop. Okay, all right. Choppy chop. I'm not gonna have the most thrilling commentary during this, as you can imagine. It's kind of not the most thrilling task, but I figured I'm supposed to stream anyways, but I have to work. So I may as well just stream my work. If it's not that interesting and nobody wants to watch it, so be it. Not like I'm trying to be some streaming superstar or anything. I'm mostly just doing this for voice practice, and also I need to remind myself to keep up with the voice practice, as I tend to fall out of it without realizing. Okay. I don't want these spiky bits like that. Yeah. Good. Okay. This. This. Alright, I guess we'll do something like that. And you know what, we'll get that too. This there, that. Good enough. Chop. Ooh, that's burst open like that. Okay. Chop. Oops. Okay, let's just chop this from a better angle. Alright, there we go. Same here. Chop. Chop around here. Then from this side, we chop around here. Yep. Good. Oops. Mouse going a bit loopy there. Okay, let's go like that. Right. Oh, what do we got here? This is a bit of a messy spot. he wants the sand stuff cut off, but for things like this, where it's like part sand, also part of the wreckage, I kind of just have to make a call over whether or not that's a critical part of the thing that I should keep with the shipwreck, or if I should chop it with the sand. The sand mesh still gets included, it's just a separate mesh that can be turned off. So it's not like, I'm chopping these things out and then they won't be in the thing anymore. I just have to figure out exactly where the good border between shipwreck and sand needs to be. For now, I'll just keep tracing the edge here, and then I'll figure that out later after I've got the whole base of the ship cut out. Okay, let's just go like this, because that's technically probably built up sand, but like it's also, if I delete it, there'll be nothing behind it anyways, so not ideal for chopping off. Oh god, my shoulders / neck. I keep leaning forward and getting real close, and it's not been wonders on my posture, I must say. Gotta keep an eye on that. Do not want to ruin my health for freelance contract work. I'll ruin my health for my own passion projects, sure, but for this, not so, not so. Okay, let's go like that, something like that. Yeah, I'll keep these pillars, obviously, but then I think the stuff on the ground here, I will just make one with the sand. The extra fun thing about streaming while I'm working is that you get to hear the mindless, repetitive background noise that I listen to while working. It's a YouTube video called ADHD Relief Music, Polyrhythmic Music for Focus and Studying. I don't know if there's anything real about what it does. I just like listening to it. No idea if it actually helps focus or not. Don't really care. Here for the vibes. I guess just by nature of the fact that I listen to it for focus means it does help with focus, whether that's placebo or not. I assume it probably is. I really doubt there's any science behind some random YouTube video that people are claiming helps ADHD. But who knows? Maybe there is. Maybe there is, and I'm just being judgmental. Alright, these are facing kind of upwards, so that's probably more ground. That, I think, should... Let's look around. Yeah, that looks good. Okay. Yeah. So, what we do here then is we assign this a vertex group called sand. Good. Save. Now, tab. Control C, Control V. This is going to be the high detail version. And in the high detail version, I can select the sand, delete those faces, won't be needed. Okay. And then in this version, I need to first go and further decimate it. Down to a nice cheeky 10% of its already of its already 15%. Bring it to a total of 1.5% geometry. Still looks great at a moderate distance. And then once we zoom in far enough, then we can switch to the high detail version, which is still like 1,000,000 polygons, so it's way too many. But it gets chopped up into a bunch of blocks so that, you can cull the rest that aren't being rendered when zoomed in. That's the workflow I've been working with here. So, now, take this, apply, That's 120K. It's within the satisfactory range. Okay, then we go here. We select sand, which still works even after decimating. God bless, God bless. Do a quick check over to make sure nothing important was lost in the decimation. Let's take... No, actually, I can't do that. Yeah, that's good enough. Okay. Separate by selection. Tab, rename, sand, save. Good, make sure it still looks good alongside the high detail model too. There are some holes in it, but that's par for the course with this sort of thing. There are already a bunch of holes in it. Alright, yep, that should be fine. Great. Hide the sand. High detail version, top down view, tab, faces, transparent. Oh, we got some floating faces here. I see, these were meant to be part of the sand. Well, I guess I must have missed a few floating faces. Is that all of them? I think that's all of them. One way to find out, actually, we do this, and then select invert, and they'll be glowing. Okay, yeah, looks like it was just these two. Okay, boom, boom. Delete faces, and then before I forget about those, go back to this one, and... Huh, I guess those aren't in this one. Well, that's fine. Great. Alright, so, high detail version, tab. Say tab, there we go. Oops, switch to box selects, first things first. Chop it in half. P by selection. Back to object mode, select both halves. And now we just go P, nope, first select this. I just roughly do this by the grid squares. It gets the job done. Not trying to be super precise with how much geometry is in each one or anything. I just chop it all into squares, and it gets the job done. Okay. Oops, wrong button. Make sure I got all of that. Okay, great. Then object mode. Select all these chopped off bits. Parent them under that. Turn this on, save, file. Make sure I already named the material, chose the texture. Yeah, okay. Export, FBX. Here. This is 1869. Visible objects. Export. Okay. Delete. Next is 1871. Get the texture in there, model in here, import, rename, shipwreck 1871, Texture. Why are you pink? Browse. This. 71. Matte. File. Save as. 1871. Save as. Okay. And now, rotate. Good. Then what? 1 second, let me just check something here. Okay, alright, good. Okay, then save, decimate. Oh, wait, nope. Original, copy, paste. Oops, I pasted twice. Delete that, hide this. Shipwreck 1871. Add, decimate. 0.15. Wait. Back to scrolling Twitter. Nothing interesting on Twitter. Any manhwa update on Bato? No. What about on Manga Buddy? Ah! And now we wait again. Oh ho ho! New chapter of Nano Machine, you say? Well, that's exciting. I'll have to read that when I'm next waiting for things to apply. Okay, good. Ooh, that's real grody up close there. You know what? How does the original look here? Yeah, okay, it's kind of equally grody. Yeah, that's probably fine. Okay. Sand chop time. Select lasso. This one should be a nice easy chop. There's not a lot of overhanging stuff, just that bit over there. very good. Okay, alright, back to ship chopping. Chop, 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 chop. Nothing but thrilling, riveting content here, here, here. Yum. Yum. Meow. 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 Yeah, good enough. Good enough, good enough, good enough. Okay, I missed this part visually before. I didn't see this. Let's just go like that. Connect it up over here. Okay, then let's do something like this. 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 Yeah. This part can be claimed by the sand. Okay. Grab that. Okay. Good, good, good. Grab that. Grab this. Alright. Good, good, good. Do I keep this with the ship or cut it? Tough call, tough call. I think I keep this one, cut this one. It's kind of arbitrary, but you know, arbitrary is kind of the name of what I'm doing right now. Didn't I just say I was going to cut that? Why am I cutting around it? You know what? I'll keep it. I'll keep it. I think it's protruding enough that it's worth keeping. My criteria is pretty arbitrary, but it's usually just like, is it connected to the ship somehow? It is, through this. And then is it protruding significantly out of the ground? See, like this, I don't call this protruding significantly. It is protruding, but like, not as much as a big old chonker like that. So even though it's connected, I'll probably cut that smaller one. Whoops, 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 whoops. we go. Get this. Chop around this sucker. Chop around that sucker. Okay, yeah, so then we're gonna go like this. Yeah, because I mean, this stuff is gonna have to be anchored somewhere, so this probably won't be a big deal having it there, yeah. I think that is the right call to keep that. Oh, posture check. Get back in. Lean back in my chair. This cord, come over here so it stops turning my tracking iPhone. There we go. Okay. Good. Alright, so the rest of this just gets chopped. Chop. And there we are, meeting up with this. Great. Go around and get the bits that I missed. Okay, I believe that is everything. Sweet. Yep, looks good. Okay. This is sand, assign, good, save, duplicate, high detail, select, delete, U, decimate, 0.1, okay. Apply. Tab. Select the sand. P. Boom. Sand. Great. Yep, still looks good. Then this top. Back to box select, transparent, chopper in half. Okay. Object mode, select these, Control P, object, boom, boom, save, file, export, FBX as 1971. Shipwreck 1871. Export. Okay, and then now next up is 1882. Okay, now real quick, do an import test, make sure things are working properly on the previous one. Something I forgot to do last time. I should go back and check that as well. Okay. Yep, good. General, don't save. Okay. Back to this. Now, 82, 82, source, texture goes here, obj goes here, rename to texture. Shipwreck 1882 matte. Texture, great. I really should have been fixing the pivot point on these now that I think about it. Whoops. Probably have to go back and do that and then re-export them. I'll just make sure I do it on them all for now, or from now on. Okay. Let's go. I'll just put the pivot points on rudder, maybe? Yeah? Rudder or center? You know what? I'll probably just do center after everything's said and done. What am I doing? Oh, right. First, this is original. Save. Control C, Control V. New. Name. Modifiers. Add. Decimate. 0.15. And we wait again. I sure do love waiting. It's my favorite. I'm gonna eat some of this bland pasta I got earlier. It was not worth the price. But food's food and I'm broke as shit. Waste not, want not. Even my model knows it's mid. It's switching to my sad face as I chew. Whoa! No! No! And away it goes! Hello, Mystic. Let's see. Now, oh, you got them points saved up, eh? Very nice. What stage am I on? I already forgot. Oh yeah, just decimated. Now I have to chop. Select lasso. Damn, I do need more redeems. I'm planning on doing some more model improvements for my Monday stream next week. In the process, I'll try and think of some more fun redeems. Okay, let's see. Chopping. I don't know if you just arrived or if you've been watching, but if you did, welcome to the tedious grind session. I'm just doing some freelance work. I have to reduce these like 10 million polygon shipwreck photo scans to something closer to like 150k. I've got the process pretty locked in. I just have to do it 17 times now for all 17 models. I'm sure it doesn't make for the most exciting viewing experience, but who knows? Maybe someone finds it interesting and I have to do it regardless. Yeah. No, I don't use anything. It's entirely custom. All made in Unity. I use iFacial mocap to send the tracking, and then I just send that to Unity. But I can still do those things myself. Thanks to the magic of 10 fucking years spent learning game development in Unity. Let's chop, chop, chop here. Oh, I need to get a real goddamn blahage. I'm a goddamn fake trans. Eschewing the ways of my people. Okay, let's see. Oops. Didn't mean to get that. Okay. Yeah, Okay, what do we got here? This. Okay, that's easy enough. Chop, 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 chop. We be chopping, we be chopping. Always appreciate it. Whether it be lurking or chilling, I always welcome your presence. Okay. Yoop. Swoop. Doop, 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 doop. You know, I wonder if it's easier if I just do it like this and then just go here and unchop like that. That's probably quicker than like going around the base. Yeah, I think I'll do it that way from now on. Okay. Like it. I like it. We're learning. We're getting faster as we go. First one of these I did took about an hour. Second one about 45 minutes. Third one about half an hour. And now they're taking about 15 to 20 minutes each. I'm getting into the flow. I'm getting the workflow down. Fun times. I literally just learned this skill after taking on this job, which was somewhat ambitious, just learning how to properly simplify meshes and then jumping straight into 10 million poly photo scans, but it is what it is. I was very clear to the client that I'd be figuring it out as I go, so they were chill, and we got there in the end. Okay, this one, and then unchop. Yeah, that's much easier than the way I've been doing it, unless I accidentally unchop the part that I wanted to stay chopped, which is dumb. Why'd I do that? Yeah, it's gonna be, it's like a live show. I've been doing a lot of tech artwork for him as well. He's gonna be doing like a live stage show with procedural visuals and whatnot. I think these will be used as set pieces for that, which is why it's not like too important they be precise or super clean. They just need to be good enough to be used as set pieces. Quite looking forward to the eventual show when it's done. He said it'll probably be done by like mid-March, so it's gonna be a while. Size saving and performance, because if you try and shove a 10 million polygon mesh into a game engine, it will scream, cry, shit itself, and throw up, and then you're just in a very bad time. So I just have to simplify them low enough that they won't grind a game engine to a halt. Specifically Unity. If it was Unreal, I think you could do some nanite bullshit to skip this step, but I don't know shit about how nanite works, and they're not using Unreal, so manual simplification it goes. Oh, yeah. I hate this about Blender where like sometimes, oopsie, it'll just decide like, no, you've reached as far as you're allowed to zoom in. You have to like reset the view and then zoom in. Nope, I don't know the limit at all. I'm just freeballing it. I assume it'll be a good rig, and I've just been running them. I did like a few different test iterations and ran them by him until I got one that he was like, yeah, that's good. So now I'm just doing them all to roughly that standard. He's not been the most forthcoming answering specific questions, so I'm kind of just going with what I could figure out, and if I need to make changes later, well, I can make changes later. Hopefully I won't. But if I will, I'll ask for more money for it, since not my fault he didn't answer the questions. By day, I've been doing just like a standard day rate. Each task he gives me, we just estimate like how many days it'll take, and then we go off that. If it takes more, I get the same amount just because I already agreed to do it for that much, but it's fine. They rarely take more. unless I'm really slacking. I like little bite-sized work like this since I struggle to maintain, a regular existing sleep schedule. I can't really do a 9 to 5 or anything that requires fixed hours or anything like that, so I'm enjoying these little tasks I've been getting. The previous one I did, I got to play with Unity VFX Graph to do some fancy particle nonsense. I've never used VFX Graph before, so that was a fun little experience. I've also always really wanted to try my hand at tech art stuff, but I was just never really... I never had the drive to like figure it out myself, like lock in and learn it of my own accord. So having an external motivator, that being someone else paying me to do it, has been lovely for expanding my skill set. Because it's not like it's hard, like I was able to figure out those other things in like just a day of tinkering, but I'm not very good at just learning things for the sake of learning. I have to either be like in a class where like someone is, expecting me to be making progress on this and I have the social pressure, or like, just some kind of external motivator that's like, hey, asshole, figure it out, and I can learn just about anything. Ha, man, that game. The files for that game were lost in the great hard drive apocalypse when my power supply died and took out all 3 of my hard drives that had both the game files and the backups of the game files on 2 different hard drives. I figured 3 hard drives would be enough. It wasn't. I originally had it on like a cloud thing. I was using Unity Teams for it, but my subscription for that ran out and I hadn't gotten around to moving it to GitHub yet. So yeah, that was lost to the ages. Honestly, I was kind of burned out on that game anyways, because trying to playtest a large group multiplayer social deduction game with my lack of friends and connections is very difficult. So I was kind of just winging it, and it was really hard to like fine tune and make it fun while only being able to hold like one playtest like once in a blue moon when I could gather people. So I was already kind of thinking on dropping the game. Honestly, betrayed by Unity. Yeah, I was already thinking about dropping the project, but like I'd already spent so much time in it that I just couldn't commit to that, and so for like a year I just did nothing, neither starting a new project or continuing that one. So I was almost kind of glad that I lost the files. It was like, alright, that's a sign, just fuck off, do something else. From now on I know, single player only. Or if I'm doing multiplayer, at the very most like a 2-person co-op. I have like one regular friend who I could get over to Badger and help me test it, so I learned my limits, and that was also still, it was a very good learning project. I learned a lot from it, and even if it never released, it makes for a pretty good portfolio piece. God, you have no idea how many times I've considered that, but so one time when I was particularly desperate for money and like just was not finding any work, I took the only work I could find, which was working on an NFT game. And let me tell you, was that the most soul-crushing thing I've ever done? It genuinely almost just killed my passion for game development. I couldn't work on another project for like a year after that. So, unfortunately, I guess I have too much integrity. Good problem to have, but at the same time, bad problem to have. Because Lord, would I love to just make a fucking predatory mobile game, make some fat cash, and then use that money to make things I actually want to make. But I feel like I would just be too miserable after having done so. What a humble brag. Oh yes, I'm too principled for this. Believe you me, I'm not trying to show off that fact. I'm lamenting that fact. Which I guess is why it's a humble brag and not just a brag. Well, so be it. I'm humble bragging. No shame. I've always been a very laissez-faire person when it comes to just life in general. Game development has always been like the one thing that I actually take seriously. For better and for worse. I have I've definitely crashed out on some friends before who like wanted to work on a project with me and then bailed later, and I feel bad about it, but like it's my one thing. I'll allow myself to crash out over game development. That's also why I just stopped trying to work on projects with friends. Not viable, because I learned that most other people are not as passionate about the subject as me. Which, you know, you live and you learn. I also learned that I am just not really suited to a leadership role. I don't enjoy it, and I'm not good at it. I much prefer to just be code monkey on a project. Yeah, unfortunately, in my more passionate youthful years, I didn't take that very well-known advice to heart. I didn't lose any friendships over it or anything, but... Okay, well that's not true. I did lose one over it, but that was also one that I met through it, and I didn't technically lose that friendship because of game project. I was just already a little ticked off at that friend because they were spending the entire time we were supposed to be working on a game jam together, scrolling through Tumblr, and just saying some stupid shit, and then I kind of just told him like, hey, like, just chill out on that, like, the issue's not as one-dimensional as you make it seem. At which point he said, fuck you, cracker, blocked me on everything, and then never spoke to me again. That was interesting. That was quite the experience. And then I had another acquaintance who was like a teacher that I met in the same class that I met that guy. He was the teacher of the class, and that guy was my classmate. And then later at a college I went on to go to, he had moved and was teaching there, and then that friend was also the TA of that class. It was interesting. But so after that whole cracker blocking incident, said teacher then messaged me saying like, oh, yeah, he's really upset about this, you should apologize. Like, hello? I should apologize? That teacher though was also quite the character. He ran a makerspace, and at one point he was like hosting a Magic the Gathering game night. Oh, this all happened on Facebook, so he could see it clearly what happened there. I had both of them as friends on Facebook, and they both commented on it. So he definitely saw. But yeah, so that teacher, he ran a makerspace, which was pretty cool, and he was like hosting a Magic the Gathering game night there one night, and I went to it because that was the brief period of time in my life when I was playing Magic the Gathering. I don't know if you play Magic the Gathering, but I'm sure you can imagine that in any kind of competitive game with like a shitload of people playing in a free-for-all, if you play super aggro and attack people, you're gonna get retaliated on. That's just kind of to be expected. And that's what he was doing. So like in the super early phase of the game, everyone's still building up. He's just like going aggro and attacking anyone he can. So obviously, people attack him back and he gets knocked out of the game first. At which point he got so salty that he left the table, went and played Dota on his computer until we finished that game, and then kicked us all out. So, you know, these weren't the most stable people to begin with, apparently, I was dealing with there. Yeah, fun times, fun times. Ironically, he was the best game development teacher I had, because the other teacher... So I took 2 semesters of a class with him at a community college, and then I took another semester that was supposed to be a follow-up to those classes, but those other 2 classes were taught in Unity, and that supposedly follow-up was just inexplicably in Unreal Engine with a different teacher, and that teacher was so bad that by the last time I showed up to that class, I was the only one still showing up. Genuinely, the last time I showed up, I was the only one there. And even with me being the only one, he was still a shitty, inattentive teacher. Like, he'd be trying to figure out the things in Unreal as he's trying to teach them, and like I'd have already figured it out. I'd go like, hey, I think you do it like this. He'd go, hold on, I got it. I'll figure it out. Like, buddy, you're the teacher here. You're not supposed to be figuring it out. That was the same semester that I also took a inorganic 3D modeling, or inorganic 3D modeling class, which, you know, is for like props and stuff, not like organic things like characters and whatnot. but it was taught in the same room by the same teacher at the same time as the organic modeling class. And he just only taught the organic modeling, so I just had to do organic modeling. And that same teacher, he'd like give us a task, run through real quick how to do it, and then while we were working, he would just like browse pictures of shoes on the internet, like on the projector. He'd just be like browsing through pictures of shoes. I have no idea why that was his hobby, but that's what he did. You know, yeah, that's true. It could be worse. Like, I think as far as the things that are like socially acceptable to be like publicly browsing on a projector screen in front of your students, shoes is very like kind of high on the awkward scale, but like, yeah, it's not quite there where it's like there's anything wrong with it. It's just kind of weird. Like, why shoes? Okay, I've just been panning around this while talking. Been distracted. It's good though. I love talking about life stories. I have many, but rarely have the prompting to bring them up. Yeah, no, they were just like sneakers and shit, just like all kinds of shoes. It was weird. Okay, so this, we go here, vertex group, sand, assign, select, good, save, copy paste, high detail, yoink, you, select sand, delete faces, you, decimate once again, down to 10%. I have a surprising amount of interesting and bizarre life stories considering how uneventful and shut in a life I've lived. Yep. For the base model, I'm going to about 100. It's like 100 to 150K depending on the ship model, what this process ends up at. And then that's for like viewing at a distance, or like a moderate distance. And then the high detail one that's like chopped up into a bunch of smaller pieces is for viewing up closer. So like this is my standard, like, still looks about the same as the original from this distance. Like, you know, you can't really see a difference there. Yeah, right? Honestly. And then this one, because this thing looks pretty grody up close. So then there's this one for that, but this is still 1,000,000 polygons, which is too many. So I then take the high detail one and chop it into bits so that the ones not visible while zoomed in can be culled. First chop it in half. Select both halves. And then and this is a big one. This is going to get a lot of pieces. Okay. Chop. Chop. God bless John Carmack. I have another fun school story as well that I just recalled. So after I did a couple years at a community college, that's where I learned like the basics of game development, then I kind of just self-taught on my own for a while. But eventually, I kind of wanted more advanced, specific knowledge, and also maybe, you know, some actual peers in the field, because I just didn't know anyone as a result of just sitting in my room and learning by myself and not interacting with anyone. So I went to what I thought was a proper school, just the one that was closest to me and had decent rating, which was New York Film Academy. I'm not in New York, by the way. That's in fucking Burbank for some reason. But it ended up being a really shitty school, and I only did a semester there before leaving. At least their game development program was shitty. It was very new from what I gathered. For sure, for sure. But yeah, one of the classes I had during that one semester was narrative design, and the teacher for that was the lead narrative designer at Niantic, working on Pokemon Go. And he showed us the in-development Pokemon Go before it was released. So I already knew before the game even came out that I was gonna hate it. So sad. Wish they could have just made that a Pokemon game instead of Ingress with a Pokemon skin. But what do I know? Alright, Peachy. Object. Also, I just realized I forgot to separate the sand. Select. Now there's an idea. Okay, boom. Sand, save. Okay, high detail, looks good. That looks good. Alright. Save. Shit, I'll go as deep down that rabbit hole as I can. I'm about that life. Someone has to have, surely. Surely. Oh, I totally forgot. Wow, that's hilarious. All this time I forgot that I even had a Twitch chat overlay on this particular, in my dev stream thing. So I've been doing game streams lately and I didn't have that. I should move that somewhere where it's not overlapping the text of the other thing. This makes more sense. Yeah, there we go. Wow, Molotov cocktail VTuber, huh? It's quite the, Oop, not that. Lock this. There we go. That's quite the claim to fame. That's in the same place over there. Okay, I need to copy. Paste. There we go. Lock, lock, lock. Nice. Okay, back to what I was doing. What was I doing? Exporting. Right, this is done. Okay, materials already named, texture set, yada yada yada. Good. Oh ho! Enjoy your meat and mashed potatoes. I hope your kitchen's not a mess. Visible objects. 1882. Shipwreck. It do be like that. It do be like that. Okay. Then 1983. Save as. Texture goes here. I said texture goes here. Oh wait, hold on. Nope. Copy paste texture here. This goes in here. Import. Shipwreck 1883 texture. Matte. Okay. Oh, I totally forgot to change the pivot point again. Oh well, that's fine. It's not the end of the world. It's not hard to change a pivot point in Unity. Just parent it under an empty object. Anybody can do this. Okay, that'll do, do. This one looks nice and easy. It's very low detail. But that just means there's not a lot going on that needs detail. Okay, 1883, save. Oops, I forgot to delete that. Original, save, CV. I said CV. There we go. Shipwreck 1883. Okay. Chopping time. Wait, nope. I forgot to decimate first. God damn it. Now I gotta wait for it to unselect. There we go. Okay. Decimate. Boom. 0.15. Come on. Ay, ay, ay. And we wait again. Time to eat more pasta. Oh. Okay. Lasso select. Start chopping. This is actually a pretty simple one. I might be able to like Now we're cooking with gas. Love the simpler ones that don't have a ton of overhanging stuff that I have to chop around. God bless those. God bless. Oh, whoops. How did I get all that in there? There we go. Okay, one little bit here to chop around. One little bit there. Whoopsie. Alright, let's go more like this is a better camera angle. Okay. Cool. Love it. Chop, 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 chop. And chop, 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 chop. Okay, yeah, I think I do want that. So let's go like here. And then I think the rest of this can probably be chopped. Okay. Oops. One long chop around there. Okay. All right. Peachy. I just go get these edge bits that have been missed. The classic. My curiosity keeps getting the better of me in these. Like I'll see like stuff lying around over here and I wonder what it was. Alright, that looks good. Sand, assign. Good. Save. Control C, Control V. High detail. Select. Delete. Modifiers. Generate. Decimate. 0.1. Apply. Time to read nanomachine while I wait for that. Actually, that won't be that long since this is only the second decimate. Okay. Great. Sand. Good. Top tab. And now it's time for the chop chop stage. The second chop chop stage. Boom, boom. Okay. Export for books. Visible. Export. Great. You know what? There's something I want to check real quick. I want to see how these look when imported into Unity. That's probably something I should also be verifying. And in the meantime, let's see what's next. 1888. Okay, well that's doing that. Damn, this one is a fucking mess. I can already tell this one's going to be a pain in the ass. This one's like mostly in the sand, feels like. Oh, bitch, this one's gonna suck. Well, we gotta do what we gotta do, eh? Oh yeah, okay, so I wanted to see over here. Assets, task, new, shipwrecks. Let's see how these look in here. textures do not come with it. Good to know. There we go. Okay, good, good. Yeah, about as expected. Oh, that's interesting. I didn't notice that before. There are holes in that. Are there holes in the original? Probably. Okay, well, point is, these look fine in Unity, so no worries. Don't save. Back to this nightmare. Original 88. Decimate. 0.15. Apply. Okay. Whoops, I didn't keep the original on this one. That's fine. Okay. So this is Shipwreck 1888. Oh, this isn't gonna be fun. This isn't gonna be fun. Okay. I think I'll keep all this wood bit here. This looks like good stuff. Good part of it. This can go. Keep these couple planks. This stuff can be chopped. That'll have to be kept. Okay, this won't be too bad. I mean, it won't be great, especially with this nonsense here. I don't know what's up with that. Alright, we will... We'll start here, I guess. How much of this do I need to keep? Okay, let's do it like... We'll chop it there. Sort of like that. Something like this. Okay, as for this, we'll do that. You know what? We'll do it like, we'll just chop this. Keep the big stuff, chop the small stuff. Keep it simple, stupid. Oh yeah. This is the way. You know what? I think I'm just gonna chop at this big one as the border. Get rid of the rest of this stuff. It's too much stuff to have hanging off the side of the model. I'm sure that'll make placing it an absolute bitch. the rest of this debris field, I'm just gonna chop it all. This part, on the other hand, I think I do need to keep this particular blob of debris here. Because that's like a big old chunk of the ship itself. What the hell? Let me zoom in. There we go. It gets so weird with it sometimes to get the blender zoom to not like fuck up. Okay. You know what? Let's do sand, assign. That way I can now center my view on this and then reselect all that. Yeah. That's the way. Okay, as for this nonsense, I think we will do this. Yeah, something like that. In which case I don't want that. I instead want kind of like this. Yeah. And then the rest of this can be chopped. Something like that should do. Okay. I don't know if that's the right call or not, leaving all that stuff in, but a call must be made one way or the other, so I shall make it so. Now for this debris field. Okay, let's do like this. Yeah. Get tucked in there. Now how much of this do I keep? Probably most of it. Okay, I think I'll do something like this. get... You know what? Okay, let's do... I'll chop this much. Let's do like this, like this, like this, and like this. That should be good. Get all this stuff. Okay, some more debris here. In this case, I think we'll just ditch it all. So once we get here, we're back up to the ship's edge. Go like this. Yeah, that's good. Okay. And now it's just normal chopping. Hopefully the rest of the way. It's already very short. I don't want to take any of the verticality off if I can avoid it, because it's going to have to be buried partially no matter what. And if there ain't much verticality left to bury, that's going to be a bit awkward, isn't it? Also, speaking of awkward, what the fuck do I do here? Okay. I think we just chop up. How can she chop? Chop, chop, chopping away. Unchop. Alright, I think that is the best we're gonna get. Assign. Save. Control C, Control V. High detail. Select. Delete. How does this look with none of the sand? Okay, yeah, I think that was the right call for what to keep and what to lose. And now you add, decimate, 0.1. Okay. Now this one takes quite a hit on that last decimate. Although this one's kind of scuffed to begin with. Yeah, it's fine. Okay. Select. Sand. Good. Good. Books. Okay. Material is not named properly. Boom. There we go. Damn it. Oh, don't tell me I have to sign all of these, do I? No. Okay, thank God. Thank God. Save. File. Export. FBX. Visible. 1888. Export. Great. Delete. Next is 1889. Save. Good. Good. Very good. Boom. Source. What? Why is there no texture? Also, there's an FBX on this one. Okay, well. Oh, what? There's multiple textures? Hold on a second. What the shit is this? Why are there so many cameras on this one? Are any of the others like this? No? Just that one, huh? Okay. Select, invert, delete. Get rid of all that nonsense. As for this thing is completely fuckered. Do we really need this model? Why are there 3 materials? What? 3 fucking materials? Are you kidding me? Okay, let's just fuck with textures and see exactly which parts. Oh, God. Wow. So this one is really just scuffed to begin with. Maybe I'll skip this one. This one already looks like it's been processed, and poorly. Yeah, I don't know about that. It's also just ugly as shit to begin with. Yeah, I'm gonna skip this one for now. I can go back and do it later if I'm asked to. 1892. Save. Import. Copy. Paste. I said paste. Okay. Oh, this is the one I did in testing. Great. I can redo it now properly. This one's also a bit of a fucking bollock because it's on its side, so all this shit's mixed into the sand. That's why this is the one I practiced on, because it's the most pain in the ass one. So if I could do this one, I could do any one. Okay, good. Now add, generate, decimate. These are the important questions to ask in life. One could say so. One could say so. Okay. Oh, a Sharpahan, eh? There is such thing as a Sharpahan. It's me. Look at all these sharp points I got on me. Too few polygons. Too many points. Such is the way of things. Edgy. Oh, fuck, I hit tab. Oh, bleh. Okay, now I hit tab again. Wait for it to unselect. There we go. Okay. 0.15. Kaboom. And we wait. And I read nanomachine while I wait. Oh, hell yeah. Now there's an idea. I'm gonna have to find or make a low poly pumpkin model. Oh, I've got just the idea for how I want it to look too. I need to write that down. Phone, show me my notes. Hell yeah. Swish. Okay. Apply. And then we wait again. Never a dull moment here, and by that I mean many dull moments here, waiting for software to process. Yeah. Okay. Chop chop time. This one has the most polygons. Truly crazy for having practiced on this one. Okay, let's start here. Select lasso. Okay. Now, nice big straight line with nothing in the way. Love that. We love that for us. I still fuck it up somehow. There we go. Okay. I can do some zooming out for this. Just keep it nice and straight. Don't get impatient. Getting impatient takes more time because then I have to fix the mistakes. Slow and steady wins the race. Swoop. Okay, good. Very well done. Very well done. Chop, chop, chop. This. Chop this. And around here. Bring it around town. Okay, yeah, I got everything that really needs getting there. So then I can do this. And this. Chop you. Unchop you. Let's just go around here like that. And like this. Okay. Peachy. This is the harder part. All kinds of little bits and bobs I have to go around. Good enough. Alright, we're just gonna do this. Go here. And then do this. Yup, perfect. What do we got going on here? Oh, it's this part. This is gonna be a bitch. Okay. Bitch or not, it must be done. And so I shall embrace this bitch. That's good enough. Don't need to get too deep in there. Okay, so this much sand probably needs to be kept because that's kind of just everything there. If I delete it, there's nothing behind it. So I will cut here. Okay. I knew this one was going to be a pain to cut apart. And I was right. Let's just cut it there. And there. Okay. Chop all of that. You know what? Let's just boom, go to there so that it's more in line with this nonsense here. On that note, let's do it like that. Not quite like that. I want it more of a straight. Yeah. Cool. That'll do. And then the rest of this can be chopped all the way up to the ship's edge. As for this, I'll get to that when I get to it actually. First, go through here. Find a good D. Chop an angle. Boom. Great. How much of this do I want to leave in? I think probably just up to the point where it becomes the same color as the sand. So like there. Boom. Bam. Oh, there's so much to cut out of this one. This is definitely going to be the most complicated one and takes the longest. Alright, let's just do this. Okay, we'll go loosely around like this. Something like that. Yeah, that's probably good. Here we get nice and tucked under the ship. Alright, and now we've done the full loop. Now I just gotta go through and select everything unselected. Shawoop. 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 Whoops. Alright, I believe that's that. Good, good. Looks. Hold on a second. I see you. You can't hide from me. There will be no holes in my sand mesh unless they already exist. Okay. Boom plus sand, assign, save. Now, Control C, Control V, high detail, select, delete. How is this looking? Yeah. That looks good. That looks good. Okay. Perfect. Oh, whoops. That should have been part of the sand. Oh, that's fine. I just delete it from here. Go here. Oops. Okay. Select sand. Add this to the selection. Assign. There we go. Now we decimate again to 0.1. Apply. Select, separate, sand, great, high detail, box select, and we chop. Nope, not delete. Separate. This one's fucking huge, so there's gonna be many segments. I think I'll do two square segments on this one. Oh, whoops. 2 squares. Okay. There we go. Okay. All of these. Parent. Good. Good. Yep. Okay. Export books. 1892. Visible. Export. Okay. Now, delete. Next is 1899. Save as 1899. Save. material. Texture. Oh, this one's interesting. It's resting in the seabed at an angle. That's cool. Oh, there's even a little extra boat there. Cool. Okay. Damn, this one's got a lot of little detail on it. But it looks like it's gonna be hella easy to chop other than this little part here. But even that's not so bad compared to that last one I just did. So, we copy, paste, add, decimate, 0.15, and we wait. Okay. Chopping time, chopping time. Lasso. Swoop. Whoop. Whoop. Swoop. 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 How much of that do I keep? Probably none. I think just this. Yeah, I think that's good. Okay. You do 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 do. You do 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 do. I'm just wanging it. Guess I'll keep a little bit of ground in between this so that this is connected. Okay, good. Oh, that's floating. I didn't notice that. Okay, well, we'll do that then. Cut around the outer edge first, then I think I might also come in and cut out this sand. Be a bit of a pain in the ass, but I think it's probably the correct play. Loath as I am to admit. My Adderall's wearing off, so now I have to be applying significant mental effort to not start phoning it in without realizing it. Just gotta remember I'm getting paid for this. Can't be fucking around. Okay, yeah, I think now we do a little something like this. Okay. that should be sufficient. And then I think for the rest, I just chop along the ship. You know what, I'll just leave that bit in there. Yeah, that should do. Okay, and now we get chopping. Oops. One must not chop overzealously. Wrong button. Okay. Boom. Ya da 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 da. Ya da da da, ya da da da. Ya da 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 da. Ya da 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 da. Yosha. Now I decide, do I get rid of this sand in here? Probably not, right? Yeah, no. The sand can stay. Boom. Sand. Assign. High detail. Okay, yep. Looking good. Save. Decimate. 0.1. Okay. very big. So let's see. 3? Yeah, we'll do 3. Parent? Very good. Very good. All right. Wait, what? Hold on. Oh, whoops. These are parented to the wrong thing. Object. There we go. Oh, jeez. I've totally lost track of where this thing's fucking mesh was. Also, why are there a bunch of floating bits and bobs everywhere? I think I know what I goofed on. Can I undo back far enough? No. Okay, wait, hold on. Delete this. The sand is still here and the high detail is still here. So we can recover. Copy, paste the high detail. This is now the normal version. I wonder how I fucked that up like that. Okay, so you need to re-get that decimate to 0.1 modifier. There we go. Okay, so now you apply. There we go. All right, hide, you reveal, tab. Two, three. There we go. Child. Sand. Okay, good, good, good. Save. files already named properly. And file, export, FBX, visible objects, 1899, export. Alright, minor disaster, but recovered. Delete. Next is 1900. We have advanced in centuries. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 more to go. Almost there. Oh, this one's also an FBX. Does that mean this one's gonna be fucked too? Yes, it does. Okay, well. Yeah, these are already like pre-decimated. So I can kind of just ignore them. Yep, okay. I need to make a note of which ones I'm skipping. Notepad. Skipped 1900. And what was the other one? I think it was 89. Yeah. Skipped 1889. Okay. So, 1900, no go. 1901. Yep, okay. Ooh, this one's very green. It's also very flat. Huh. There is, some color issues here and there. But that's not my job to fix. So, save, Control C, Control V, shipwreck 1901. I press tab, don't press tab. There we go, okay. Decimate, 0.15, enter. Okay. Okay. Oy, 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 oy. Where do I even cut for this? What's up with it? It's like this part is upright, or maybe even upside down. And it's like caved in here, and then this. Okay, so then it's like collapsed over to the side. Okay, I see how this is laid out. But I still am not sure where to cut. I guess I could just cut it like at that, but I don't know. I don't know if this one will even be usable to begin with, what with its coloring, but guess I may as well do it. He told me to do them all, so I'll do them all. Except for the ones that are completely broken. Lasso select. Okay, I'll start with the easy part. That being this. Okay, what do we do here? Let's see. Most of that looks pretty important, so I think I'll just chop around the edge of all this. Something a little bit like this. Let's just chop that, chop this, chop here, and then we go like that. That should do it. Just deselect this nonsense. Oh, there's so much just floating, scattered stuff. Seems like they really jobbed the scan on this one. Okay, now for this nonsense. What do I do here? I guess just like something like that. Get that little dirt bit. And then chop around the edge here as I have been, I suppose. This side's easier. I think it's the other side that's a little bit more questionable as to where the line is. this shit again. Let me just fucking zoom in properly, asshole. Software just makes no sense sometimes. How it just decides where I'm allowed to zoom and not. Okay, let's assign, recenter here, reselect. There we go. That's better. Oh boy, more garbage. Okay, I'll just go around the garbage. Chop, chop, chopping around garbage. This isn't just any garbage. This is garbage with historical value. Woo. Let's just go to here and then carry on around here. This is kind of nebulous. What if this is ship and what if this is ground? So I'll just leave it all. Yeah, this is a fucking mess here. Okay, I think I'll just cut here and then keep all this because it's all kind of ship. This one is definitely the most fucked up one I've seen yet. Actually, no, that like flat looking one, the first one that was a scuffed, already decimated one. That was the most fucked because the entire thing had already like disintegrated. It was just flat with like a little vague outline of ship and some crap on top. Okay. Very good. Very good. Very good. Now, let's take a look around here. What does this look like? So, I cut off the thing there. I think here I should probably also do about the same. I think I might just cut it here. Oh, whoops. Yeah, just because that bumps up and then kind of just blends into the collapsed ship. That or I cut this part, but either way it's arbitrary, so I think I'll just do it like this. Okay, now let us grab all these little floaty bits and bobs down here. Get rid of them. You know what if I just do this? Does that does effectively select most of it, but not the whole thing? Oh, okay, it's just some crap inside that isn't getting selected, but the thing itself looks to be mostly one contiguous face. And most of the stuff not selected is just floating crap. Good. So I select, invert. Now I can see exactly what is selected. Delete faces. There we go. Okay. Copy, paste. Hide detail. Get rid of that. So this is what this looks like now. Yeah, seems about right. This is kind of arbitrarily cut, but I mean, like, it's kind of hard to determine where to cut that otherwise, so we'll go with that. You get another decimate, 0.1. Apply. Oh. Wait, why is this still a million? Oh, this got the decimate instead? Son of a bitch. I have to undo that. I hate when I select something and it like doesn't actually select it. Okay, good. You fuck off. Now you get the decimate 0.1. Apply. And then Box select. Whoops. Let's just go like there. Looks like this is a twofer. Messaging me boss. Okay. This parent object. Okay. Good. Swish. Export FBX 1901. Yep. Okay. Delete. Next up, 1902. Hawkeye. In you go. Import. Copy. Copy. Paste. I don't know why I always have to do like 3 fucking times before it actually takes and copies the goddamn thing. 1902 texture. Very good. 1902 matte. Open. Copy. Paste. There. Swoosh. Oh, I hit tab. Oh, why did I do that? Why do I always do that? Okay, now untab. There we go. Swoosh, swoosh, swoosh. Oh, this one's kind of confusing to look at, eh? Look, I hit fucking tab again. There we go. Okay. Save. Original. Control C, Control V. Okay. Hide you. You decimate. 0.15. Back to read while wait. Come on, you can do it. Apply. Okay. Very good, very good. Wait, have I not already done this one? I did one that had a very similar looking bit like... Yeah, I think this is a duplicate? 1902 Langham. Yeah. What? Can you not just open the fucking folder properly? What the hell is this bullshit? You seriously? The Explorer is freezing on me right-clicking to open this fucking folder? Jesus. Open folder location. 1902. Open folder location. Yeah, 1888. Same one. Okay. Swish. Get to skip that then. Oh. I was expecting a message from my employer, whose name is Lucas. Instead, I got a message from a friend of mine, whose name is also Lucas. That was confusing. Why is my tracking fucked? My mouth is not open. It's probably because I've slid down in my chair. Yeah. Okay. I guess it's just decided that my mouth's gonna be open a lot. I need to tweak the parameters on that. It's fine though. Don't get distracted, I'm almost done. Come on, pay attention. Pay attention, Della. Okay, so this is 1943, new folder, 1943. 3. Save. This is a fancy looking one. Also, it's a very easy looking one. Love that. Original. Matte. Open. Texture. Decimate. 0.15. We wait again. Apply. Waiting, waiting. Oh, I do so very much love waiting. It's my favorite. I love it. Guess while I wait for that, I'll just pre-check, make sure the last one is also something real. Very good, it is. My god, another message from a different person. I'm popular right now. Everybody messaging me except the person I'm waiting on a message from. Very cool. Okay, sweet. I accidentally didn't keep the original. That's fine. Not that big a deal. Just name that. Save. Tab. Face you. Select lasso. Oh, there's some ropes there to deal with, but the rest, pretty easy, pretty easy. Alright, well, let's get to it then. Wait, what exactly is the bottom edge? So realistically, it's like there. So we'll just go here. Yeah, that'll do. That'll do. Okay, alright. Oh, it's a bit off there. Okay, fine, no problem. Looks like I missed a chunk of that as well. Swoop. Swoop. Okay, alright. Good. Good. We press on, we make progress, almost done, almost free. Got plans with a friend tomorrow, looking forward to that. That'll be my motivator to push through this last 2 ships. 'Cause damn if I ain't in the post-Adderall, damn I gotta work on my own brain juice stage. What a concept. Just like trying to imagine what it would be like to have a brain that just fucking works how it's supposed to without needing to goddamn put drugs in it. That'd be fucking nice. That'd be real nice. I certainly would not complain. I really don't mind the autism, but I certainly would happily live without the ADHD. Honestly, I don't even mind the ADHD on its own. Stacked with the autism, that shit fucking sucks. Not cool. Don't like it. And yet, this is mine brain. This is what she does. This is how I must live. This is the fate I must accept. It's fine. It's fine. I've made it this far. I developed a cool, useful skill. I could be much worse. I could be much worse off. There are people who are much worse off than I. This I must remember. Okay. This is good, yes. This is... Yes. I think I take these as well. Okay. Maybe this and this. Get this. I'm getting too specific. I don't need to do that shit. That's the ADHD kicking in. Playing with shapes, getting distracted. Okay, so this is the sand. A SIGIN. Copy. Paste. High detail. Select the sand. Delete the faces. Oh, we've missed a thing. How did I miss that? Did I miss anything else anywhere? Yes, I did. Okay, alright. We fix. Which means this also has the missed faces. Yes. How did I miss these? I don't know. Fixed. Assign. Okay. You get the decimate. Point the one. Easy peasy. Easy a fucking peasy. Apply. Great. Select. Cut. Sand. Okay. Very good. Top. Tab. Box. Cut. P. Selection. Select. Okay. Yep, looks like this is a 2-boxer. Object. Very good. Okay. Very good. File. Wait. Check the materials. They're good. Okay. Exporter. FBX. 1943. Visible objects. Export. Okay. Select all these. Tell it to fuck off. This is a 1950. Oh, 1950. Also fucked up. Yes. 1950 also fucked up. Let's see. What was the other one that was the one that was a duplicate? Was it 1901? No. 1900? Yes. No, that's a skip. 1901 was that. 1902 was the duplicate. Okay. All right. That's all of them then. Yep, don't need to fuck with that. Okay, yeah. So now I can close this. Reopen this. That's gonna take a while because it's got all these massive fucking unreduced shipwrecks in it. I'm gonna delete those, add in all these ones that I've just made, and life's gonna be pretty fucking neato. Oh, hey, that didn't take long at all. Okay. File. Save as. We will go tasks, shipwrecks. Shipwreck scene. Create folder. Models. No, we will just go shipwrecks. Okay, 1883 is already in here. These can... I'll leave them for now. Okay. Shipwrecks. So, complete 1848, 1853, 1862, 1860. Wait. Oh, I see, right. And then after this point, I started saving the blend files in here. Okay. 1867. 1869. Very nice. 1871. 1882. 1883 is already in there. 1888. 1889 is skipped. 92. 99. 1900 is skipped. 1901 goes there. 1902 was the dupe. 1943 goes here. Okay. Now I need to rename these first couple. There we go. Okay. This can go away, this can go away. Sure, we can keep a post-process bloom. Why not? Ship, 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 ship. Woo-wee. Position all these suckers at 0. Damn, this one's huge. Okay, let's get them approximately sized accurately. Also, you need to be rotated by 90 degrees. Let's go flat view. So we've got this, we've got this. You know what, let's not use this giant oversized one as the baseline. Let's move it here, bring it more in line with the rest, okay? Then we can scale this to roughly match. I'll scale them based on this so they don't get more and more off the further down I go. Okay. Tiny. Did I miss one? I fucking missed one. That's 82. Okay, make space. There we go. We got all them shipwrecks. Peachy. Okay. So then I can do this, assets, export package, nothing, tasks, shipwrecks. That's all I want. Export. Oh, up I go. Oh, down I go. I think you're hitting the wrong one. I'll refund you. Woo! Okay, what am I doing? Oh yeah, so shipwrecks reduced. Thanks. I spent a lot of time getting that to look right. Now if only my mouth wasn't just stuck open because the thresholds are fucky. Okay, so shipwrecks reduced can go work here, here. Save. Good, good. Yeah. You mean like the neck fire? It's a little fucky right now. It only works if there's something behind it. It doesn't play well with the transparent app background. Such is fate. Things never work when they're supposed to. Damn, my face parameters are going crazy right now. What is up with that? Okay, so I got shipwrecks reduced. And then I also want to just put these in a zip file. So I'm gonna have to deselect all the metas. So I could just close Unity. Okay, meta go away. Meta not my friend. Die meta. Okay, is that all the metas? I think that's all the metas. Then 7-zip. Add to shipwrecks.zip. Swish. Finally, I'm done with this grinding job. It's the same size as the Unity package, so be it. Okay, I cannot send these through Discord as they are fucking huge. How shall I send these to mine employer? Let's go with Google Drive. Unity package. New file upload. Okay, shipwrecks reduced Unity package. What? Where is? Oh, there we go. Uploading, and then I also want file upload the zip version. Okay, okay, very good. Now wait for that upload to finish. Oops. Okay. Shipwrecks reduced. Share. Anyone with link. Copy link. And then same for the zip version. Share. Anyone with link. Copy link. There we go. Job complete. Files sent to client. Ha fucking za. I'm finally free of that slog. Oh wait, that's right. I need to mention these things as well. Okay. Alright, yeah, cool. Message sent, work done. Jeez, that's been a hell of a grind. Spent the last, like, 2 days just learning a workflow to do that effectively. And then pretty much all of today, since 8 a.m., has just been grinding on those goddamn shipwrecks. Cheeky 12-hour workday. Nice little 3-4 hours of stream in there as well. I think I'm gonna call it there. Thank you for stopping by and watching, if you stopped by and watched. Hope to catch you next time, next Monday, 5 p.m. I'll be doing more... I'll be doing more work on my model. I'm gonna be adding some redeems, some features and whatnot. Good night. Peace out.